and welcome to this session on passive income for advocates. And I have a few comments. Thank you, Sharma. Thank you so much. I really liked your course on contract lifecycle management. Please do bring such type of courses. Sure, we'll put all our efforts to bring such good courses. And yes, we are 4 minutes late. So without any delay, let us start the session. So this is I hope my screen is up. Okay. So this session is on how can lawyers and law students generate additional source of income. So the thing that is never an extra for us is money. So always we feel that, yeah, we might have had a little extra. That feel is always there with all of us. So we would like to have multiple source of income, especially after pandemic. So everybody feels that yes, we should have an separate source of income and supplement source of income in addition to the mainstream offers. That may be a practicing advocate or an advocate who is in the corporate sector with a handsome salary, with a 7-figure salary, I would say that, or a law student, anybody in that matter. For that, they'll feel that yes, I want to earn something extra. So in this webinar, I'll be taking you through how to get or how could you generate some additional source of income in addition to the current work that you are doing. So the first one is freelancing work. Yes, freelancing work is irrespective of your nature of work or irrespective of your specialization demand. Anybody can do freelancing work. I'll give you some examples for this. The first one is contract drafting, wherein you could help these startups or some SMEs and also tiny firms like middle tier or low tier firms who would not go to and firm or tie up with them to get all the contract documented, reviewed, and what they would be like. Sometimes they would be drafting it by themselves, or they would be just downloading a template from the internet. So you can help those people. This is applicable even for colleges or universities, schools. Even they require contract. So over there, you can help them, telling that yes, I could do this for you. And also they are tiny work, and they would pay you, they would give you a good handsome amount also. And also you may feel that, oh, this what I'll get hardly 700, 800 rupees. Why should I do that? But imagine 800 rupees and you get 10 work of that kind in a month, minimum 10 work. That amounts to your 8,000 rupees. Okay, so don't ignore a work, a small freelancing work, just telling that it is a minor work. Even it is a minor work, take it up so that at the end of the month, when you calculate it, it forms the major part of your income. And that is the first example. And second example is, see, if we go to a doctor, we would always visit another doctor for second opinion. Okay, we would be like, yes, this is the medicines prescribed. Can you tell about this? And how is this? Is this good? So we do that. The same way, the client also would like to have a second opinion from the other advocate. Okay, so you can provide that this one. What is that? That service. Telling that yes, I do provide second opinion. As you may be working in a corporate sector and you will not be allowed to sign the wakalat or something like that. At that point of time, you need not do that. You can give them the legal advice and you can tell them that yes, this case is going on a right way. You could review the draft that is done by the other advocates. So you can be their secret advocate and you can give your second opinions. Okay, you can do that. And one more example for freelancing work is wherein you help setting up of the business. Okay, that may be like, now suppose when some now I want to start an FMCG industry, but I have no clue about the legality. So what will I do is like I'll go and I'll approach an advocate telling that yes, this is the thing I want to do. So he'll be like, yes, you have to do an legal entity. For that you have to coordinate with the CS, and you have to do the documentation and apart all these things. And that person will be, oh no, I don't want to fall into this documentation for this paperwork. What I'll do is like, I'll give you everything, you please coordinate with them, and you please get me all this instituted. So that happens. And you can get all these kinds of work under the freelancing. And also you can do the drafting work for the other advocates. Now suppose I have an advocate who is a practicing advocate, and that fellow, he has so much of cases with him, and he has so much of clients to deal and all other things, and he does not get time for the drafting. So what I will do is like, I'll be telling him, okay fine, you don't do the work, I'll do the drafting for you. And from there, I'll take all the feedbacks from him, I'll take all the inputs from him, and then I'll do the work on behalf of him. I will do the drafting. So this way I can generate my freelancing work and freelancing income in all the possible manner. Second one is writing articles. Yes, this is, I could say that this is one of the major source of income for the advocates. So this may be writing articles for the newspapers also. Many newspapers, they pay advocates for writing the articles. And this may be for any journal also, or this may be for any blogs like Bar and Bench, Live Law, Lawfirm. So these I pleaders, so these websites, they pay for your articles, for the articles that you write, provided that are worth enough, and it is it should be meeting the criteria and all other things. And when you do that, they would be paying the amount for you. And how do you start writing these articles? This article writing thing, you have to start by writing some free articles and writing some promotional articles wherein you promote yourself and you create a brand of yourself. Okay, it should be like, now suppose I am writing an article and it should be like, oh, that newspaper has article written by Kritika, I have to read it. So you have to create that impression amongst the readers that yes, this person's article is worth reading. Once you reach up to that level, then you would be paid for your articles. It may be newspapers or in any category for that matter, they would pay for your articles. Next one is social media influencer. Yes, this is the trending ones that is happening everywhere. Is that everybody wants to be a social media influencer. Now, being an advocate, how I can be a social media person? Yes, so here you can create a YouTube channel for yourself, wherein you will be sharing your experiences in the court, or if you are a corporate person, you can share how to survive in a corporate sector, or how to get a job in a corporate sector, and how does a corporate sector job look like, and also you could tell about the laws that you deal over there. Now suppose you are into insolvency and bankruptcy, and you can tell about that. Okay, you can tell about the new laws that is coming into force, or the practical difficulties while executing the provisions. So you could tell about all those things. So the powerful tool here in the social media world for education-based thing is LinkedIn. That is it first and foremost. And second comes YouTube. The third one is Instagram here. See, when I say LinkedIn, you should be having a good profile of yourself, and you can start the newsletters. Okay, and these newsletters of yours, you can issue it as a subscriber basis. You can ask people to subscribe to your newsletter, or you can just randomly post the articles. Okay, so this way you can gain followers for you, gain connections, and when you do all of these things, you will be notified, and you will be becoming an social media influencer, and you will be receiving the what I could say, the amount both from the social media accounts, and also from the sponsors. If somebody is going to sponsor your ad, or if there is any partnership that is coming on your way, so you could do that. Okay, and this consumes a lot of time, very honestly, a lot of effort, yes, and there is no scope for error when you are in social media. So a small error would damage your reputation and you will be famous for a wrong reason. You will go viral for a wrong reason. So always be very careful when you are trying to be a social media influencer. Next one is content writer. Yes, content writer is one of the demanding field wherein you will write content. So now you can ask me what content. Now suppose I give you our own example. Now suppose today I want to start a course on certificate course in Negotiable Instruments Act. So now when I have to create that course, I need to have an introduction for the course. I need to write the syllabus of the course. I need to write the description, like what will be taught. And also I need to write how will it help to the advocate. So all of these things. So that thing constitutes a content. Now I'll give you one more example. Now I work for a company and that company is providing the service for registration of the private limited company. Now I want to put up it in my website that I do provide the service of registration of private limited company. Now I will need a content for it. Why you should register a private limited company? What are the other kind of company? What is the benefit of registering it? So I would like to have my original content over there so that the person who reads it, understands it, and then generates business for me. Okay, and this legal related content writing, other content people, they cannot do it. Because now I could say that how learning Negotiable Instruments Act would help me, not the other person, because that person would not be knowing what is NI Act, what is check bounce, what are the rules and regulations that are governing it, and how would this course help me, what is the speciality of this course. And also that person would not be able to make a syllabus for this. Okay, so with the help, as you are from law background, as you know what is NI Act, and you could make a good syllabus for this. Okay, and next one is translator, proofreading, and transcription. So here, what do you mean by translator? Translator is wherein you translate the legal content into the different language. Now we have all these state languages, right? So these application forms and all other things would be in the state language. It can be Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, any language for that matter. So sometimes when you have to present it before the court or present for any commission, or when you have to do some other business also related to it, then you will require to, you are supposed to have it in the English language. So now at that point of time, you will require somebody who would be translating it into English language. So this is basically this could be basically easily done by an advocate. Okay, so now I have a contract, or I could say that I have a sale deed, which is done in the year 1940. Obviously, it will be in the regional language because during 1940, English was not that much vast. So I have that in the regional language. I have that in Kannada. And now today I have to submit it to the bank. And now they are asking me, give the translated version of this. So I will look for an advocate who would translate it into the language. And when you do such work, because I know this, I personally do this, per word, they would be paying you 90 paisa. If you are through a mediator, or if you are directly connected to the client, then you could charge 1.5 rupees per word. Okay, so this happens in the word count as well, and this happens in the page count as well. Okay, so you can work either way, this way or that way. And also here you can tie up with the government authorities, wherein they would be requiring the translators. They would be issuing this notice. So you have to be very updated with their websites and other things when they are issuing the notice for the translators. So they will be specifically asking for the freelance legal translators who would be translating the government circulars into English language. Okay, now all the government circulars that are issued by the government of Karnataka would be in the Kannada language. So they would want somebody to translate it into Hindi as well as into English. And if it is supposed to be sent to some other states, then they would like to have it translated to that language as well. So at that point of time, you can chime in and you can be the translator for the government. Okay, so over there, this is a long process. You have to follow up with them. You have to apply to them, and you should be showing a very good experience of the translation. They would be asking you to submit a work of yours to show how good you are at translation. So once you could establish all of those things, then you can be the translator for the government also. And this is a part-time job. This is not a full-time job wherein you have to go and sit there, and they will pay you on the project basis. Next one is proofreading. Proofreading is wherein you do the correction of the translated work. Okay, sometimes what they do is like they're like, okay, so this is the translation we have got, can you please do the proofreading? So they'll come that way. And next one is transcription. Transcription is wherein you hear something and then you convert it into writing. So especially this happens when you are supposed to reduce the court conversation, what happens in a court, into the written form. Okay, and this is especially wherein you are into legal journalism. So legal journalism is a work wherein you report the legal news. Okay, that is wherein I could say that in and around the courts or something like that. Wherein you tell that yes, this conversation took place in the court and the judge said so, and the parties submitted their arguments like this. So you do that. So you literally reduce whatever the conversation that has happened into writing. That is called as transcription. So you could do these works, and these works, again, I would say that there is no scope for error. It has to be error free, and also you have to prove yourself in this sector, and is also a very good, I could say that it's a very good money minting platform. Okay, translation, I'm sure you would be knowing one regional language and you would be very good in English. So I don't think it is a tough job. And also getting clients is easy in this sector. You can connect with the major companies who do the translation work. You can get the client outsourced from them. They will not disclose who their clients are. You will not know the clients, but you will just get the work and you have to send them the finished work. Okay. And next one is writing books. Yes, you can write books. So what book will you write? You can write a book on IPC. You can write a book on CRPC. You can write book of your choice. And these days, everybody eagerly looks for the books that give me some study material and the notes. Yeah, all of us, we have the habit of making notes and we write it, we do such things and we do note down. And this you can convert it into book. Now, for example, I'll tell you, now we have many law series for that matter. What are these law series? These law series are just the notes. They would take up a question and they would write answer for this. That requires a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of time, but it is all worth it at the end of the day. The students will be like, yes, I want to go up with this law series because this is very helpful. You can understand it. And also you can find many books in the market, which is all about the formats. So these days, you could tell me that who wants format in the hard copy? Nobody wants it. Everybody wants to have it in the soft copy. But no, there are many traditional advocates who don't believe in the soft copy and they would like to have a hard copy of it. They would like to see the hard version of it. And also, all of us know that when you are setting up your own office, you would like to have a library of your own. See, when you close your eyes and imagine an advocate's office, the thing what we see is a pile of books over there. Okay, so at least for that purpose, to give an impression of the clients that yes, see, I do refer these books, advocates will buy your books. Though they prefer the formatting, the e-formats and other things to facilitate their work or reduce their job, still they would prefer to have a they would prefer to have a book. Okay, so here when I say about the books, so I would start with what books can you write? You can write books even on the formats. Okay, this is how the sale deed should be. This is how the plaint, or this is how the pleadings has to be. So now you can ask me, the advocates will not prefer a hard copy. Why would they prefer a hard copy? They would always prefer for a soft copy, which they can download. But see, there are very traditional conventions which are still in existence. Now, when you close your eyes and think of a advocate's office, the thing that comes to our mind is the pile of books that they have in their office. And the client also, when the client approaches, they'll be like, oh, this person has so many books with him, so I think this person sounds knowledgeable. So that impression is there. Now that is something which is very everlasting. So at least for that purpose, they would purchase your book and they would be keeping it in their office. Though they use it or don't use it, that is left up to their discretion. But all I can tell you that your book will be sold. Moving next, POSH or GST and other consultant. Yes, so POSH consultant, that is usually under the Sexual Harassment Act, wherein they will be appointing you under the Internal Complaints Committee. You will be the third person. So if there is any complaint, you'll have to attend, and you can charge them per hearing. Apart from that, you can charge them for your appointment. That yes, I am being appointed here. And you can be a GST consultant too. So GST consultant, you can get their GST registration done. You can file their GST registration. If they get any notices, you can help them. So you can do all these things. Now you can ask me, I am not a person from a commerce background. How will I understand so much of math? GST is not that much of math. It is just about, you should be knowing what is the GST rates that are applicable on the products, and how to fill the form online. And then you should be well aware with the use of the website. Okay, so how to use the website and the deadlines for it. And then other consultant, you can be a tax consultant where you can do the ITR returns. So these ITR returns, trust me, if you ask in the market, they would tell it on the percentage of your income. The fees is like, they'll not have a fixed fees that this is the fees that I'm going to charge. They'll be like, I am going to charge this much. And there are many other tax consultants who tell that, okay, see boss, I'm going to save this much of your tax amount, and in that I want this much of percent. So the charges in market are that high. Okay, so you have to be very market analyst when you do the charging for all of these things, because things work in all the possible manners. And this does not require you to have a good mathematical knowledge, or you should be from a commerce background or something like that. The basic knowledge of taxation, that is enough. You should be basically knowing how you can save the taxation of an individual. So then I would like to go for a tax consultant. I would not see his qualification or background from where he is. I would see how much tax you can save. Please tell me that. Okay, so that is how the people look into, that is how you should be approaching your prospective clients. Moving next is virtual assistant. Yes, virtual assistant is wherein you would be helping people in a virtual mode. Okay, for example, I could tell you that now there is an advocate and that person has, as I gave example, he has so much of cases, and he is in Bangalore and you are in Delhi. And now that person wants somebody who could assist him. That is, if there is any video call, if there is any call with the client, if that person is not able to join in time, he would want somebody on his behalf to chime in and be there. And if any drafting work has to be done, if any correction has to be done, then he wants somebody to do it. So at that point of time, they would be looking for someone who would be virtually helping them. And also research work. Yes, this is also an important thing, research work, wherein they would be looking for somebody who would research their case laws. Okay, I personally do this for an advocate. He's an high court advocate, and he's a very senior person. He's very age-old person, so he's not so good with the computers. So he'll be like, see, Kritika, this is the case fact, and I am for the plaintiff. So give me a case law which correlates or which relates to this case and which is in favor of my client. So I'll have to search for the case law satisfying all his criteria, and I have to give him. See, this is the case law and this is the paragraph. So he will be paying me for that assignment. Okay, sometimes I will not be able to get his case laws, whatever he tells. I'll be like, no, sir, I did not get it. So I'll not get any pay at that point of time. And when he gets it, he'll be coming back to me and telling, see, this is the case law that you should have been referring. And he does that by physically visiting the library. Okay, so this happens. So you can get hold of such senior advocates who are not so good with their computer, and you can use their shortcomings as a source of income for you. And there are many advocates who are not so good at the computer skill. Like they would do the drafting and other things, but they will not be able to do the formatting. They will not be able to do the spelling corrections and all other things. So at that point of time, you can tell them there also. Okay, you don't give me your client details. You don't give me all of those things. You don't give me the drafting also. If you feel that I am not so good with drafting, or if you feel you are very good at drafting, you do the drafting. But the formatting, the content analysis and corrections, spelling mistakes, grammatical mistakes, I'll do this. Okay, so you can work as a virtual assistant in that manner. Okay, and also now I'll give you the examples of the internees with IIPS India. So we have a couple of internees with us, and they are a kind of virtual assistant for us. We have one internee from UP, we have one internee from Hyderabad, we have another internee from Bangalore. So they are all virtually assisting us. Like now, suppose we have a course running on, and that person would be chiming in, and that person would be welcoming the gathering, like, yes, welcome to the session, and this is the session, and this is the speaker. They would be doing that, and at the end of the session, they will be rendering vote of thanks. So this way, it is like they are doing their internship also, and they are virtually assisting us also. And this way, they are getting the free access to all the courses that we conduct at IIPS India. Though the paid courses, we are giving the free access to them. So this way, in all the modes, you can be a virtual assistant. And ebook or book, as I said, I think this is repeated. Yeah, you can even have ebooks also. If you are not, if you feel that writing a hard copy of book is very conventional mode, you can have ebooks also, wherein you will be publishing the ebooks. So you might have seen many posts in LinkedIn. They would be telling that, see, we have these mini formats, we have these mini folders. So if you want, pay us 249 rupees. You will feel that, what is he charging? He's charging 249 rupees for this. And he's telling these mini formats are there. This is downloadable. Who would purchase it? And what is the profit for it? Okay, now see, if it is 249 rupees, even if 10 people buy it, it will be 2,400 for him. The same way, he'll post it after some other time. So if in a month, I don't think that they should be going below than one purchase per day. So in span of 3 months, he'll be earning 25,000 almost. And that money, he has not invested anything on that. He has just gathered the formats, he has just put up over there, and he has compiled it. That one-time work of his, which he has done for like 3 hours or something like that, is a continuous source of income for him. Right. So that way he could have multiple things. He could use multiple formats. He could place it, post it at multiple places, and he would be running parallel source of income. Okay. So that thing we feel that, oh, it is very less. It is not much. I think I'm not charging it much, but it is not that way. It is like you have to see the larger version of it in a wider sense. Next one is ghost work. Yes, I don't know how much of you are familiar with the ghost work. So ghost work is a work that you do for somebody else. Okay, now I could say that, now suppose there is a person who is doing PhD, and now that person, he wants to get his dissertation work done on behalf of him. So if he will approach you and like, yeah, can you please get this dissertation work done? So yes, you will do the dissertation work on behalf of him, wherein that person will be submitting the work and you will be the original writer. So no, to the world, it will not be said that you are the person who has worked it. It will be like his face, but you are the worker. This happens with many academicians also, wherein to meet their criteria of the UGC and other accrediting bodies, they have to publish the articles. So now all the teachers, all the lecturers are not much interested in writing the articles, or time does not permit them. So at that point of time, what they do is like they look somebody who would write work for them. Sometimes they offer that, yes, you can be the co-author with me. You can, I will publish your name also along with the article with my work. Or sometimes they tell that, no, I just want my own, to be my own individual work. So at that point of time, you can charge them for the services that you provide. And now, how much does this ghost work charge? Per article, the market rate is around 10,000 rupees. And if you are looking for dissertation, it starts from 70,000. Okay, so this is how the ghost work actually works, wherein you mask your identity and then you do the work. The next one is teaching law. Yes, people are interested these days to learn, to upscale themselves, to acquaint with the new skills. So you can teach law if teaching is your happiness or teaching is your domain. So to be a good teacher, the first thing you should be having is you should be confident. Second thing is you should be knowledgeable. Third thing is that whenever a question is posed, you should be able to answer it. And suppose if you're not able to answer it, you should be courageous enough to tell that I am not aware of this and I would be getting back to you. Okay, so this way you can tell them that, yes, I would be getting back to you, and you should gather their trust and they should feel that, yes, learning from him or learning from her is something which is worth of our time and also the money we spend. And there are various platforms to get students. You can get students in LinkedIn, you can get students in Instagram, you can get students in Facebook, you can get students through word of mouth, you can teach your juniors in the college, and you can get these students. And now if you don't want to do the marketing, you just want to teach, then you can tie up yourself with other platforms. Okay, now suppose I could say you can tie up with us, telling that, yes, I'm going to see, this is my subject, this is my domain, and I am going to teach this law. So I'm going to teach this subject. So what happens is like your work will be like, yes, we will be paying you this much of percent, and you will teach the students using our platform. So that way you can get an additional source of income, wherein you will be getting the percentage basis. Sometimes what happens is they would be some institutes, they'd be giving you this percentage of amount. Yes, see, you come, you take, irrespective of the students, per class you are going to get this much of amount. And sometimes it will be on the percentage basis. If you have ever prepared for the UPSC or any other competitive exams, even then you can find those institutions who teach those subjects, and you can tell them that, yes, I am going to teach this particular subject. So you could drop them a cold email, and also you can approach them telling that this is my profile and I want to teach here. And also there are many colleges, not many, all colleges, they want practicing advocates to teach the subjects like DPC, drafting, pleading and convenience, CRPC, CPC. So they prefer to give it to a practicing advocate. Okay, so at that point of time, you can approach to those colleges also, and you can tell that, see, I can be the teacher to this subject. Yes, now you can ask me whether Bar Council of India tells something that I cannot be a teacher while I am practicing. Yes, it has regulations, but it has an exception. It tells that you can teach 4 hours a day. Okay, the limit is 4 hours, so you can teach 4 hours a day, even though you are a practicing advocate. So you can use that exception, and you can be a visiting professor in the law college without violating the provisions of Bar Council of India and without impacting your registration. So you can approach the institutes which are providing the competitive exams. You can even visit the company institutes which train for CAS, CA, UPSC, state exams, judiciary exams. So you have all the platforms and you can approach them. And next one is refer and earn programs. Yes, refer and earn programs is wherein you refer the students or you refer the clients and you get the points from them. Okay, points in the sense the money from them. See, now what happens is, now I get a client, imagine that person is my neighbor and that person wants a divorce now. So that when that person comes to me, I'll be like, okay, I want to get the divorce. Can you refer me some advocate? I want to do that. I want to do this, and I want to get this much of maintenance amount, all these things. So what you will do is you will not be taking up the case because you will be working in some other place. So what you will do is you will refer it to your friend who is a practicing advocate, and you will tell them, see, if whatever fees you charge from this person, I want 20% of it. Or you charge whatever fees you want, but give me 10,000 rupees for referring the person, referring the client to you. So this way, you can refer and you can get the money from them. Now, if you ask me, that person is my neighbor, how ethical is this? And that is my friend. How can I ask friend? How can I ask money from the friend? See, here you are not doing any this thing on your friend, and it is like that is a professional relationship. Provided that person is not your best friend or something like that, then you can surely tell them, see, this is a pure professional dealing, that what am I doing you? I am giving you a source of income and I'm taking something from that because I'm referring you, I'm generating income for you, and I'm generating business for you. Okay, and apart from that, you can even refer the students for the other programs. Now, suppose, for example, I'll give you example of IFAS India. Now we have a course coming up. I would say diploma in fashion law. So now the fees is for that course is 3,000 rupees. So now we have the refer and earn program, wherein we say that if you refer somebody to our program, then we would be paying you 25% of the fees amount. So that way you could be earning the 25% of the 3,000 for referring one student. Okay, and in the same way, if you could earn 10 students, or if you could 10 students or 10 registrations, then it would be a huge amount for you, wherein you are just referring the students and you are not doing much of work in that. And to be very honest, this is not just by IFAS India. You have many other platforms who offer this refer and earn programs. You can get it from Unacademy. You can get it from even Amazon. It offers, wherein it is not for the courses but for the other products. So you can have my Amazon portal and you can refer the things over there. Even Amazon offers a refer and earn program. Unacademy offers, even for that matter, Google certification, even that offers, but it offers in the form of points or something like that. And also, what are the other things? There are many other education things education platform which offer these refer and earn programs. And as you are well connected with the advocates, and if you are a law student, then you have an additional advantage because you have students in and around surrounding to you. So you can refer them and you can earn them. You can earn the program. you can earn money from that. All you have to do is you have to share it in your social media profile that, yes, see, this is the course coming up. If you are interested, please do connect with me. I'm sure all of you might have seen this people who do the Herbalife or Herbalife marketing, wherein they do the same thing. They just randomly post the things and they tell that, yes, see, this is the product and you can use it, etc., etc. So the same way you tell them that this is the course I had attended, it was so good, and I would like to refer the student. If you want to learn it, then please do contact me. The same way you can do this program. So I know few students who are even doing this for us, as well as they are doing it for platforms like Unacademy, wherein they are making a good revenue out of it. So all you have to do is like you have to explore and you have to connect with the people. And now when you do this refer and earn program, I would give you a tip. The first and last tip is have a proper documentation. So if you are writing a article, if you are doing a ghost work, whatever you do, have a good documentation. Now this happened with me, wherein I worked for a company wherein it was not a company, it was a few group of people who were used to getting this contract drafting done, wherein I had drafted few contracts for them. And after all the things were done, after all the submission, when I asked for money, they just said that it was not up to the mark. Okay, so it was not just for me, it was for every other person who submitted their work, who submitted the project that was assigned to them. For everybody, they came up with this criteria telling that it was not up to the mark. So I had no documentation by them that, yes, this is how the standards has to be. So I said that, see, verbally it was said so, etc., etc. But they said, no, it is not going to happen. So always have a good documentation done. Whatever work you do, ensure that you ask them the same thing in writing, or if they don't give in writing, drop an email telling that as per the telephonic conversation held today, you have told all these things. If you differ in the opinion, or if I have interpreted it in wrong, please do communicate via email. So do that, so that you are always on the safer side. Now, this is not a limited source of income or parallel source of income. There are more other things that you could do, but here I have summed up telling the general things that you can do irrespective of your specialization or domain. So the next thing I would like to tell you is have patience. For example, you create a YouTube channel. Do not expect it to be flooded with followers, likes, comments, shares on a single day. It will not happen. It takes years. It takes so much of patience. And do not go with the ads, sponsored ads. What happens over there is like you will get likes, you will get views, but it will not be genuine and it will not be long lasting. So instead of that, even if you grow slow, it's okay, but make it a permanent one, so that you don't lose your subscribers, you don't lose that originality of your channel or originality of your social media platforms. Now, I would tell you, okay, sorry, the power went off. Okay, now I would tell you, if you go and check in any of the social media account, whichever you choose, click on they might be having 14K followers, 15K followers. You go and check their profile, see the list of the followers that they have. It is almost, you could see that they're all fake profiles. You can easily make it out, because that person will be having 1 follower, 2 follower, with no post, with random name, with random image, and you will automatically realize that that's a fake Instagram profile which is there. And also, if you see the comments in some videos, you will be understanding it. Oh, this is all some stupid comments that they have posted. And sometimes what happens is like all the comments are copy pasted. You can see the same content. So what happens is, because of doing all these things, you will lose the original staff and you will lose the original customers who will generate the business for you. Okay, the main thing of creating a YouTube channel or being a social media influencer is generating the business. So if you go for paid subscriptions, if you go for paid members, then you will not generate the business. You will just get likes, views, that's all. And that too, not a permanent one. So be patient enough. Free and underpaid work. Yes, these days I get flooded with Instagram posts which says that do not go for unpaid internship, do not do that, do not do this. But I could say that I personally don't think so. I personally feel that we have to pull up our socks wherein we tell that, yes, I am not qualified to do this work. Wherein I could tell my personal experience a few days ago. You might have seen I had those who are in connected with IFS India. You might have seen I had posted a requirement for article writing in Kannada, wherein one boy approached, and he is the first year advocate, first year law student, and he said me that he wants to be paid for the work. He wants to be paid for the article. Then I said him, how many articles have you written? How many publications do you have in his name? So he said, no, he has not written any article till date, and this is the first article he is writing. And he is not knowing what is ISSN publication. Then I said him, see, don't think that I am harsh on you, but it is a sad reality that you have not written any single article till date, and you don't have any ISSN publication, and you expect that I should pay you for your very first article. Now tell me 5 reasons, or tell me just one reason why I should pay you. So he's like, I am a law student, that is why I want to be paid. And I don't want to go for an unpaid internship. Then I said, okay, fine, please find a place wherein you will get paid for the very first rough article, whatever you write. And also I wish you all the best, and I genuinely want you to be paid. This is what I said him. See, do not do that. And do not expect to be paid for every work you do. Some work are not paid. Some work you have to consider that even though it is paid, it shall not be in the monetary terms. It will be in the branding thing. Okay, you are establishing your brand. Now, see, this session is free of cost, right? So now you may ask, why are you doing a free session? And you are here spending so much of time on researching, doing PPTs, and talking to us, answering our query, and you are using your energy, time, patience. Why are you doing this? Yes, here we are getting paid, but not in money. We are getting paid as a brand. We are establishing our brand here. Now, someday, when you think of some other work, when you go for some freelancing work, you will be like, yeah, I have to do this documentation work. Kritika had told in her session, which was conducted in IFS India, that is the payment what we get here. Okay, see, that is the branding what we do. That is wherein we leave our mark. So someday you will be like, you will be telling your friends, yeah, see that IFS India is there. You can go there. You can talk to them. You can get help from them. You can get a course from them. Automatically, we have got our course sold. That is the work. That is the payment that we get here. Okay, so that is like, it is not in monetary, but somehow the other way it is leading to the monetary work. And also underpaid work, wherein I have seen people posting or people telling that do not compromise with your work, or do not compromise with your amount, do negotiate, do not fall for the negotiation trap, etc., 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 all these things. But I don't feel that it makes any sense, because negotiation is something which everyone does. Even we do negotiation. Wherever we feel that, yes, we are open to negotiation, we just jump in. And that is not a wrong concept also. And as a person, as a service provider, I should be knowing what is my limitation. Now, if I tell that, yes, I am in my mind, I set a price that, okay, I am going to do this work for 10,000 rupees. So I will quote it as 11,000, or I would quote it as 12,000. When I know that, when I see that the other person would be coming up for negotiation. So that way, what I would do is like, okay, fine. So let me reduce 1,000 to you. Let me do it at 11,000. That way, that even that person will be like, he will be also feeling that, yes, I have done some negotiation and I have saved some money. This person will be like, yeah, I have got what I wanted in my mind. So it is a win-win situation. So always go for that win-win situation and tell that, yes, this is what we have to stand. So you have to make your client also happy and satisfied from you, and also you should be satisfied from the pay that you have to get. So many of the freelancing work, they get stuck at the fee payment part. So over there, be open to provide the free service, but with limitations. Whereas for the underpaid work, ensure that it is a win-win situation for both of you. Next one is time management. Yes, this is very, very, very important. Time management is something, it is really, I think I'm not the right person to tell this, because sometimes I myself fail in doing time management. Sometimes I feel, oh my God, 24 hours is really short in a day. I want some more time in a day. So that happens. So for that thing, always try scheduling the things and be communicative with the client. Okay, now suppose I have this session at 11. But unfortunately, due to some reasons, I was not able to start the session. So what I would do is, like, I would communicate with the people, telling that, yes, the session will be a few minutes late. That time what happens is, like, students will be like, okay, fine, yes, we have a communication and we can wait for a particular period of time. The same way, if you are supposed to submit some work and you are not done in time, you cannot do it in time. So at that point of time, you have to tell the client that the work is delayed. Though that person might get angry or something like that, do not ignore the calls. Do not make a thing that you don't pick up their calls. Pick up their calls and tell them that, yes, this is how my time is being managed. This is why I was not able to do your work. See, I'll give you a live example. Today, the session was to be commenced at 11, but I started it at 11:04. So when I got to know that I will be 4 minutes delayed, as I was shooting that WhatsApp messages, so I was not able to shift the screen. So what I did, I communicated with you that, yes, the session is going to be delayed, like 1 minute we'll wait for others to join. And meanwhile, I kept my video on so that the people will feel that, yes, the speaker is here, the speaker is ready, and we are waiting for some reason. And the session may start at any point of time. So this way, what I did is, I took you into my confidence and I made you wait patiently. In the meanwhile, I got all my messages shooted. So as soon as it was done, I immediately jumped into the session. So this way, you have to manage your client and with respect of time, and you have to gain his confidence. Next, marketing and networking. So now I have told you all the work that you do, but how do you start? You have to start with the marketing and you have to start with the networking. So you have to connect to the people, you have to speak to people, you have to build a good rapport with them, and also you have to create a brand of yourself, that you yourself are the brand. Now suppose I'll give you an option. There is one platform called Amazon. There is one platform called XYZ. Now I will tell you, you are supposed to buy online clothes from one platform. Which platform will you buy? Your immediate answer will be, I will go for Amazon, because I don't know which brand is this. I don't know will they give it or not. Why should I take risk? I'll go for Amazon. That is because Amazon has built such a good brand. Okay, see now, I'll give you one more example. Now there is a movie by Yash Raj Films, and there is a movie from ABC Films. You will be like, no, I will go for Yash Raj movies only. I will not go for this ABC movies. It is Yash Raj movies. I want to see that. That is because Yash Raj Films, they have built such a good rapport, such a good brand of theirs, that you feel that every movie by Yash Raj Films is going to be a blockbuster. Okay, so you have to create a brand for yourself in that manner, in a positive manner, so that you could get the clients. Yeah, so this is all about the additional sources of income for advocates, wherein you can get the parallel sources of income at your convenience, and which would pay your pockets in a good manner, and which you can do in addition with your the regular work or the regular college stuff. So you can do it that way. Now, yeah, before going to questions, let me check for the questions here. So I believe I have lost the initial questions because I reconnected to the call. So if there are any questions, you can repost it here, or you can unmute yourself and ask. Before that, I'll be going through the comments. So the first one is, okay, while writing an article, should I go with the flow, or how should I follow? Yeah, so while writing an article, you should be knowing who is your publisher. Okay, if it is an ISSN publication, you should be looking forward for what is their standard, what they're looking for, whether they are looking for the blue book or whether they are looking for some other citation modes. So you have to look over there and you have to do it. Some people, they prefer having footnotes. Some people prefer having endnotes. So you have to look into all of these concepts and then you have to accept it. Okay, so please give some websites to get transcription work. As I said, LinkedIn is the best platform. You should be able to connect with those people. You should be able to connect with those clients who provide the transcription work. Second, you have platforms like Upscale, you have Fever, you have the Lawyers Network, something like that. So you can get registered in these platforms and you can get the transcription work. And also the best way to get transcription work is find a big company which is providing this transcription work. Write cold mails to them telling that, yes, I am this person. I have done this transcription work. I have this experience. This is my sample work. So if you have anything, please give me. I am open to work on outsourced work. They'll definitely call you. This is my personal example because I used to get translation work in that manner. When I used to Google the companies that provide translation work, legal translation. So I used to get a list of them. I used to go to their website, collect their email IDs, drop a cold mail to them, give a follow-up, around 2-3 mails, and occasionally I would drop them a mail. So that way I got my first translation work. Not first, the second or third translation work I got from them. And since then, I used to get continuously from them the work, which unfortunately I'm not doing these days. Okay, so do I need to be trained? Are there any websites which can help me with the content or article writing? Very grateful. Yeah, I don't think that I'm doing advertisement of IFPS India. We have the courses called as Professional Enrichment Program, which offers training in article writing. After this session, I'll be sharing few articles, link to the articles, which is written by the students who got enrolled to the Professional Enrichment Program, which we have published in our LinkedIn platform. So you can have a look at it. And also, apart from that, you have many courses which provide you training in content and article writing. And also, I would like to say that read the articles of other people. Read what they are writing so that you will be able to understand and you will be able to learn from it. Okay, you have to do in that one also. What type of courses offered by you? Yes, we are an ISO certified institute. We have 2 ISO certifications, that is 17024 and 99001. The first ISO certification states that we are certified to issue certificate to the persons against some criteria, against their eligibility criteria. And second one, it is about the what is that? The satisfaction of the customers, that we are meeting some standards wherein we are supposed to have the infrastructure, the mentors qualification, all other things. So we have these 2 ISO certifications, and we do offer certification courses, as well as since from August we will be coming up with the diploma courses as well. If possible, please share the recorded video of this. Yes, I'll be sharing the recorded session. Yeah, the affiliate marketing. Yes, correct. So you can do affiliate marketing in the law sector. Can you share the list of law courses? Yes, I'll be sharing. Yeah, thank you so much for the webinar. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so any questions? I think I missed out a few questions because I can see the questions only after 11:30. So any questions before 11:30, I have missed it. So yes, thank you, Ria. Thank you so much. Any questions? You can please unmute yourself. Please feel comfortable to ask your questions. Or if you want me to repeat any of the other, any of the topics that I have discussed, you can surely ask me. Yeah, I have a hand raised. Yeah, Shamit.
Hello. I just wanted to know that there are multiple vacancies nowadays regarding contract drafting. So,
Hmm.
the budding lawyers like me, wanted to understand what are the different types of professional contracts and how to draft it. So, you have explained in your course in the contract lifecycle management what are the different types of professional contracts.
Hmm.
But for drafting thing, I want to have a proper training and study for that. So will there be any future course on it?
Uh, we have a boot camp going on, which is about the contract drafting. We had our first class yesterday. That was 2-day class. We had our first class yesterday, and today is the second class. I believe you should have got the notification for this. This is about the contract drafting, actual contract drafting, how to draft the contract. If not, let me share this with you.
Okay. If you have any recorded session, then can I join it later?
Yeah, sure, sure. I'll be
If
sharing
you,
that with you.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Abhishek Verma. And I have one more hand raised also. Yeah,
Hello.
yes.
Is there any course regarding from the drafting and filing the cases in the court, which can be from the scratch to the advanced version for the filing in the courts, like proper formatting, what papers has to be there, list of document, annexures, what shall be the procedure format for that?
Yes,
Because
we are.
because for a fresher advocate, when he approaches to the courts like lower courts and high courts, the
Mhm.
proper formatting is not available and the proper content is not in the proper prescribed manner. The court officer, the registrar rejects the files.
Yes, yes. I got your question. We are in IRPS India. We are starting that course from August 1st. So that
Okay.
has to be launched on August 1st,
Okay.
to the best of my knowledge. And yeah, so this is all about the legal drafting and the practical aspects related to that, and what are the documents that you have to give. So I'll keep you posted regarding this course of IRPS India. And with the other platforms, what I would suggest you is, um, if you are not satisfied with the other content, whatever is there in the courses, you can visit an advocate, a senior advocate. You can take a file of theirs and you can make a note of it. You can prepare a checklist of your own, telling that, yes, this is the content that has to be there. Forget whatever you are being taught in the college. Forget the moot court. Totally forget it. Don't remember anything of moot court, because I till date I'm not finding it useful. I still feel, why did we do moot court? Why did we write the memorials? We had to write it by hand. I know how difficult it was for me. Okay, now these days we type everything. Then I was like, I had to write it in my hand. It was written memorials. And yeah, forget everything about that. Prepare a checklist of your own and see what is there. And also I would give you one very practical tip, that is, before filing, show it to the officer once with whom you are filing, because that person, I bet you, he is having more knowledge regarding the filing than that of any other famous advocate. You take any advocate, that person will have more knowledge. That person will look into it and he will tell that, yes, this document is short. So you go to him, you ask him, see, this is the documents that I'm filing, is this okay? Only when he tells that this is okay, then you do the filing. For that, you have to have a good relationship with that person, develop a good rapport with him. And this is a very, very practical solution which I used to do when I used to practice for about 1 year. When I had did that, this is what I used to do. I used to go to them and tell them, see, boss, this is the paper I'm filing. Please tell me if it is correct or wrong. So that way you can do it. And regarding the course also, yes, I'll keep you posted. It is in the month of August.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, Hitika. Yeah, I can find one more hand raised. Are you here? Yeah. Okay, so any more questions, or are we good to wind up? Hitika, I can see your hand raised. So if you have anything, you can please unmute yourself and ask me, or even you can drop me in the comment section. Yeah, okay, fine. So there are no more questions, and I think we are good to wind up. Thank you everyone for spending your Sunday with us. I hope this session was useful. Yeah, thank you. It was very wonderful. Yeah, I would like to have the recorded session of contracting. Yeah, we would provide you. We'll connect with you offline regarding this. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And it was very nice having all of you here. And have a great weekend. And thank you, everyone.